What is up, you guys? My name is Aubrey and this is my channel, and today I want to talk about 2021 because we are quickly approaching the end of 2020. We are about to be in the last quarter of the year, and with that there are so many people out there who will begin to start their 2021 resolutions, and so often those resolutions include something along the lines of make more money, start a business, start a side hustle, and so many other things in that category. Though the beginning of the year and New Year's resolutions is a perfect time to start a new business, so often these businesses and these resolutions fail because people don't know where to start or they don't know how to start. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about 5 businesses that you can look to start in 2021. I'm going to be giving you the exact steps on how you can scale these businesses and how you can start these businesses. And the best part is all of these businesses are completely free to start up and require no upfront cost from you. So let's get started. So none of these are in any real specific order, but let's just jump right into it. So the number one side hustle that I think that anybody could do right now in 2020 going into 2021 is online teaching and online tutoring. This is something that is absolutely exploding given our current new normal, and I don't see it going away anytime soon. Online schooling is becoming something that a lot of districts and a lot of states are doing, and even once the pandemic has slowed down, I don't see this going away anytime this year. And even once COVID is a thing of the past, I think that the after effects of having virtually a year off from school will stay around for quite a long time. In fact, my sister is a 3rd grade teacher, and I was just talking to her about this the other day, that even with online school, there's a lot of kids that are simply not doing the work, or they're having their siblings do the work for them, or they aren't paying attention in class. And my sister, being a teacher that isn't actually with them in the same room, can only do so much. The other thing is that not being in school for a year and not being in a proper school setting, especially for kids ages from kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade, and 3rd grade, these are really transformative grades for kids, and it is going to end up setting them back later on down the road. And as a result, the kids that are in kindergarten now may end up needing extra help in a couple of years once they're in 2nd or 3rd grade. This is where an online tutoring or an online teaching business can really grow. If you're somebody who is interested in pursuing this business model, there are a number of different ways that you can go about pursuing it. You could be almost like a stay-in nanny where you actually stay with the kid during the day and help walk them through the process of taking their online classes. This is something that would, of course, be targeted towards the very wealthy people because it's only wealthy families that would be able to afford a nanny to actually help them take their online classes. But another option could be to simply offer after-school tutoring to kids who may not be as successful in school during a traditional online school setting. This is something that would be accessible to a wide variety of income levels and families, and it's something that could allow you to tutor a lot of kids at once. The other opportunity with this type of business model is being able to hire other tutors. If you were the owner of this business, say Aubrey's Online Tutoring, you could go out and you could recruit the families that need their kids to be tutored. You could go find the customers, and then once you reach a certain customer number, you could go hire another tutor to help you tutor the kids. And then you could do it again and again and again to the point where you have 10, 15, 20 different tutors working for you. And the way that you could structure this type of payment is that you get 50%, they get 50%, or for every kid they tutor, you get $2 per hour, they get the rest. There are a variety of different ways that you can go about structuring a online tutoring and online teaching business, but right now in 2020, going into 2021, this is an opportunity that is not going away anytime soon, and I would say that the industry is fairly new considering the circumstances. So to get started in this type of industry, all you would have to do is to be able to prove that you can help teach kids, and this could be maybe you have a college degree, maybe you're a college student, maybe you're somebody who's just smart and you can sell yourself really well. If you have a basic understanding of elementary education, you can tutor a kid successfully and efficiently, and all you have to do is get in contact with families that have elementary aged kids, and there is your customer, and there is where you can go about making a lot of money doing this type of business. The second business that you can start in 2020 and 2021 is freelancing. Now, this is something that I have talked about a lot on this channel, so I'll keep this one relatively short, but if you're interested in checking out more of the stuff that I've said on freelancing in the past, I will include a few links in the description below. But what freelancing is it's basically a way for you to be hired by a company on a contractual basis in order to complete tasks for them. And the thing that I think often people don't understand about freelancing is the fact that not only can you freelance with any set of skills, but you can also freelance and make a lot lot of money doing it. For me personally, I started freelancing back in 2019, and I actually started at the very beginning of the year, and I was making about $7.25 an hour doing very basic freelancing tasks for companies that needed a freelancer. And by the end of 2019, I was averaging between $20 and $25, sometimes even more per hour, working for clients on highly specialized tasks. The thing that's great about freelancing is that it allows for you to work on your own time, on your own schedule, and from the comfort of your own home. So this is a really great business to start if you are somebody who maybe has kids, if you're somebody that has another job, if you're somebody that has a busy schedule. And the good thing about freelancing is that it doesn't only have to be a side business. You can treat it like a full-fledged business. In fact, I know somebody who used to be a freelancer, and he got a lot of contacts with a lot of semi-large companies, not like Coca-Cola sized companies, but some really successful small tiered companies. And he was a freelancer for these companies, and he became so big that he physically didn't have the time or the energy to do all the work for these clients. So he started hiring freelancers beneath them, and he essentially created his own agency of freelancers and was able to scale his freelancing business to become a seven-figure business in the process. That's the great thing about freelancing, is that it doesn't just have to be a side hustle. It can be a full-time job, or it can be a full-fledged business. But it is a great way to make extra money. It's a great way to explore different industries, and it's a great way to start a business with zero upfront cost. If you guys are interested in checking out freelancing, I would highly encourage you to check out those videos I've made on the topic. It is a great industry to be in, especially if you're somebody who doesn't know exactly what you want to do moving forward. The next business to start in 2021 is a babysitting or at-home daycare business. Now, this is again something that can be treated as a side hustle or a full-fledged business, and it really depends on what your financial goals are and what your goals are for this business. The fact of the matter is that COVID-19 has changed the way that people look at daycares, and I don't think that that mindset is going away anytime soon. There are a lot of people who can't send their kids to daycare because it's either too expensive or because their daycare is closed. There's a lot of people who don't want to send their kids to daycare because of the fact that there is a chance of coming in contact with the virus, and there are a lot of daycares that have closed because of the fact that they were closed for so long during quarantine and lockdowns. Regardless of the exact reasons, there are a lot of people out there who are opting out of a traditional daycare setting, and that's where people like you can step in. Using services like care.com can connect you with families that need a nanny or a daycare or a childcare provider. In fact, whenever I was in college, I used care.com in order to find summer nannying jobs, and it was like one of the best gigs that I could have asked for. But the thing that's great about babysitting and nannying is, again, kind of on the topic of online teaching and online tutoring, is that the value in babysitting and nannying is actually going out and finding the customers. And if you are somebody who went door to door, you contacted these families, you recruited these customers to sign up for your services, you could then go and kind of license that service out and find people to work for you to provide the nannying and babysitting services. There are a lot of ways that you can go about providing a childcare service business, and there are a lot of age groups that you can work with. If you are somebody who is wanting to work with young kids, for example, there is no doubt families out there who are looking for an alternative to daycare for their young child. And same goes for the older kids that may be in elementary or middle school. With kids now taking school from home, parents are kind of stuck in a bind of not really knowing what to do with their kids, especially if the parents have returned to a traditional 9-to-5 work setting. And that's where a nanny or a babysitter can really come in handy to help watch the kid, to help facilitate the kid's school, and to help keep an eye on the kid during the day. The other thing about babysitting and childcare services is that it's one of the industries that will never be taken away by technology. No matter how far a technology comes, no matter how far we progress in the next few years, in the next few decades, we will never have technology to replace parental supervision. And because of that, if you're looking for a business to grow for years to come or for decades to come, childcare is a really great option to explore, and there's a lot of money to be made in it. Next is a personal shopper, but not the type of personal shopper that I think you think I'm talking about. I'm talking about personal shoppers for groceries and things like that. And you may be thinking to yourself, well, there is such thing as Instacart, there's such thing as DoorDash, there's such thing as Postmates, which all provide those types of services. And I am not talking about side gigs or side hustles. I'm talking about a real personal shopping business. And the way that I see it and the people that I think need this most is the elderly. With COVID-19, the elderly have been unable to comfortably go out and get their groceries on their own. But you know what the elderly also don't typically know how to do is work smartphones and navigate apps like Instacart, Postmates, Favor, and things like that. That's where creating a non-app-based personal shopping experience could be an incredibly lucrative business idea for you in your town. If you were to go to senior living facilities and knock on the door of every single senior living in that facility asking them, hey, I will go out and buy your groceries for you, run your errands for you, and you can pay me X amount of dollars, there is a lot of senior citizens that would take advantage of that type of service. Not only because of COVID-19, but because the elderly have a much harder time getting around. For example, my grandma is 84 years old and she's having trouble even just driving. So for her to get in the car, to drive, to go to the grocery store, to navigate the parking lot, to navigate the store, to drive home, it's a huge task. And that's how it is for so many elderly people out there. And the problem is that these elderly people don't know that these apps and services exist. And even if they know they exist, a lot of times they're uncomfortable using these types of services. At least the elderly people that I've spoken to feel that way. So the way to get around that and the way to create a really profitable business is to take the app and really make it an in-person experience. And similarly to what I was saying before on the topic of online school or babysitting, this is another one of those side hustles that can be scaled into a legitimate business. If you were to knock door to door and find 100 different senior citizen customers who wanted to have their groceries and their errands completed by you, you could then go ahead and hire 5 drivers to help you complete those tasks, and you can take a cut of all of their earnings. That way, you are not only growing a business, you're not only creating passive income, but you're making money at the same time. Creating a personal shopping experience that isn't app-based, I think, is a need that really needs to be filled, and it's something that can be really filled on a localized level with a personal touch. So this is, again, another business model that fills a need. It can be scaled, and the best part is it doesn't cost you any money upfront to start. My final business is a business idea that I talk about a lot on this channel. I think that so many people sleep on this idea, and they don't think it's a good idea for them. But it is a good idea, and that is to create websites for businesses, for entrepreneurs, or for people that need a website. The fact is that in 2020 and 2021, we're in this great spot with website development, and that is that websites are easy enough to make that anybody can learn how to do it. But they're just complicated enough to where not everybody wants to learn how to do it. And that's where you can come in. Creating a website using services like Wix or Weebly is so ridiculously easy. And all you need to do is spend a couple of hours learning how to do it online by watching YouTube videos, and I promise you that you can create a real business building websites for people. I know of somebody who only builds Wix websites. That's all he does. And he has a 6-figure business and 2 employees that help him do it. For me personally, I have been doing web development on and off since I was in high school. And I recently, in the last 60 days, built a website for somebody using Wix, and they knew I was using Wix to do it. And they paid me $3,000 for less than 20 hours of work. This is what I'm talking about, is you can easily create a great website for a customer, you provide them with a great product, and you get paid a few $1,000s to do it, and it doesn't require you a whole lot of time. This is where web development is an extremely lucrative business to pursue in 2020 and 2021, especially now that people are switching to more online-based businesses. Web development is something that if you're willing to put in the time and energy in order to learn it, you can absolutely learn how to do it extremely, extremely well. And in my opinion, I think that of the businesses that I talked about today, this is the most lucrative and most passive because you can do it from your own home, you can do it from your own time, and once you get enough clients, you can even start to hire people to build the sites for you. Another revenue stream within this same kind of category is even the website management. For example, with that client I talked to you about a few minutes ago, the one that paid me $3,000 to make a Wix website, they are also paying me $200 per month to just maintain that website. And for the most part, there isn't a whole lot of maintenance that needs to be done. So it makes it so it is super easy. It is super passive if you can get them to sign up for a maintenance package as well, and it is a really accessible way for anybody to make good money. This is another one that can be treated as either a side gig, a job for yourself, or you can scale it to turn it into a legitimate web development company. Starting a business doesn't have to be hard and overcomplicated. I think that so often I see people who want to start a business and they look at the Elon Musks of the world and feel like the only way to start a successful business is to reinvent the world as we know it. And that isn't the way to go about really making a lot of money, because the fact of the matter is most of us won't be the next Elon Musk, which is okay. But you can make really great money doing the businesses that I talked about today. In fact, all of the businesses I spoke about in this video are businesses that I personally know can make you 6 figures because I know of people who've done it. And the best part is you can do it with no upfront cost. You don't need an LLC to get started or an EIN number or a special business plan that you've spent your life working on it. All you have to to do is get started, and then you can figure out the rest as you go on. And all of these business ideas are great business ideas to start with. And so with that being said, you guys, I would love to hear your thoughts. If there are business ideas that I did not talk about in this video, I would love to hear about it. So make sure to leave a comment down below. If you guys enjoyed this video, I would greatly appreciate if you could subscribe. It really helps this YouTube channel. It helps me grow. It helps me get acknowledged by the YouTube algorithm. And also make sure to hit that notification bell and also hit that like button as well. I would greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next video.